welcome back to the Noah Films channel. I am Sangeeta.
And my name's Marshall. And today we're going to talk about how to direct actors.
As you would know through our channel, or if you're new to our channel, Marshall and I have been acting and making films since 2019. And we've worked with a multitude of actors.
And through these projects, our actors have been nominated and have won multiple ensemble and acting awards. So I always say being a director is also kind of like being a captain of a ship. The whole crew listens to the captain, and the captain is responsible for everything that goes on and for the ship to get to the right destination.
Being actors as well as directors has given us a really good insight into how an actor should be directed, or how they can be directed in the best way to get the best performance out of them. So the first tip we have is to take an acting class. That might be obvious to some people or not obvious to some people, but taking an acting class is going to be a very easy way to understand how your actors are thinking and how they're approaching a script.
Acting is very much, I would say, like human psychology. When you take an acting class, especially a good one, it will teach you how humans really interact, and it's not always just, one way. It's very complex, and the more you can understand that as a director, the better you can direct actors. It's that simple.
Understand that actors are people and not props. So they are not just a piece of equipment that you can order around and not talk to very much and just expect to go do whatever their job is.
Oh, just cry, or just be happy, or just do it louder. I don't think that's the way of how to treat actors.
It's just important to treat your actors with respect and talk to them like they're human beings. I've unfortunately been on a few sets as an actor where the director did not do that. And although I'm a hardworking person, it made me not want to be there because this person wasn't treating me very nicely.
Yeah, the more I see that you see your actors as people, the more that they're going to bring out their best performance and be part of the team as a big whole. I have a bone to pick with some filmmakers, which is sometimes, you might be setting up your film and you're planning all the shots and the cinematography and you're putting all this money into the whole production, but at the very end, you think about, the actors, they're kind of just an afterthought. Now, that's not really good because you could have such a great product and project, but if the acting is not good, it's going to be very hard for it to go further.
You're right. The actors are the face of the film. They're the ones that the story is being told through. So if you are just blocking them and not actually giving them direction on where should they be emotionally, where are they in the story arc, how can they bring out the best performance to get to the objective or the message of the film?
It's always better to have good performances as opposed to good production, but the acting is just you just didn't really care about directing it or doing anything.
Rehearse with your actors before the shoot. Depending on what budget you're working with, what time constraints you have, I know this can be difficult, but even if you can do it over Zoom, or if you can get in person to rehearse with your actors, it's going to make all the difference on set. Because rehearsal is where you can be asking the right questions, you can be trying things out with your actors, so when you get to set, you are actually saving time because your actors already know what they're meant to be doing.
Rehearsal's where all the magic happens. And, sometimes you might have an idea for a certain scene with your actors, but you work something out and it actually turns out way better than what the original idea was. I've been on sets where they've rehearsed on the day, on the spot, and like she said, it wastes time. And two, you're not really going to get the best performance because everyone's just so confused about where should the arc be and what should the character really be thinking about.
And rehearsal is where you can try out chemistry with different actors. They can meet each other, they can get to know each other. So they can really make that believability on set, the chemistry that they're meant to have.
Now, with your actors, it's always vital that you constantly ask them questions about their character and collaborate with them to get the best out of their character and their performance.
In that rehearsal process, sometimes we even just set the script aside and we just talk to our actors and we say, who are you? What do you think your backstory is? What's your relationship? What do you think about that person and that person? What do you want in this scene, in this film? And it just really helps your actors to get deeper into their mind, beyond the lines, and to really think about who their character is. And it's that depth that is going to really bring out the best performances on the set.
For sure. And like with some of our rehearsals, we always just give homework at the end, which is just questions about this character, like you said. And also, we had an acting mentor, and she did this one exercise where she would give us a few questions and we would come back the next lesson and she would interview us as our characters and ask us all these questions that we were expected to know as the character. So once you get into that zone, it's very easy on the shoot day for you to just become the character.
Yeah, you can just improvise on the set to know, okay, if my character is picking up a bag, something as simple as that. How is this character going to do it opposed to that character who's written over there? Those little tweaks and little moments are really going to bring out the best characters and the most interesting performances. Film different emotional takes with your actors on set. If you have room to do a few different takes, it's really good to do some different emotional ones opposed to the same one constantly, because we found when you get into the editing room, sometimes something just doesn't work the way you thought you had directed it on set. And having the options of different emotional takes is so great, because you can be like, okay, that part's not working, but this little piece over here on this with this different emotion actually worked really well.
I'll give you an example. So we did this short called Shoot Day. And for one of the scenes, the antagonist, he's screaming. But, you know, the original scream, it wasn't meant to be over the top or comedic. It was just meant to be like a normal, ah. But then we got him to do one take where he just did like the highest pitched scream.
Really girly.
Really like, yeah, high pitched scream. And that ended up making the cut because it was just so funny. Like we just were cracking up. And that's all because, you know, we got him to do different takes, and that's the magic.
It can just make such a more interesting performance and a more interesting film. And I think also back in the rehearsal process, if you can rehearse with your actors doing it different ways with different motivations, that's also going to help your actors not to get stuck in doing it a certain way. Because I have worked with some actors where we haven't had the time or we haven't had the opportunity to do that. And then we've gotten on set, and when I direct them a different way, they're so stuck in how they've rehearsed it themselves that they can't change it. So it's good to get them out of that space and try different things. Part of your job as a director is to actually guide actors in their performances on set.
Every good director can see the essence of an actor and know how to bring out the best of them. I once directed a film with us that the actor didn't act before with Virus. And, you know, she never acted before, but I knew exactly what to say and what to tell her and how to prepare her to bring the best performance out of her. And in the end, people watched that performance and they got so emotional over that. And that's because I knew the essence of this person and how to direct that direction towards her performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Like working with people who haven't done acting before, or even actors, sometimes we can get a blockage of not really being able to get to the emotion that the director needs you to. So you as a director, you know, that's not always about, oh, that wasn't the right actor. It's you guiding them in ways, knowing what to say to get them to break through that and get to the emotion that you need them to be at. You can hire great actors and you can not really direct them much and you'll get a good film. But if you direct good actors well, that is where you will get the award-winning performances.
Yeah. And I think the only way you can do that is just understanding people more, understanding the world more, learning more about how acting works and how human psychology works, and knowing everyone is different and everyone has, an essence in them which you can bring out if you have the right tools as a director. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you got some tips on how to direct actors.
And we hope these tips will guide your actors to award-winning performances.
And if you like any videos like this, then, leave a like, subscribe, and actually leave a comment. Tell us what videos you would like more of for us.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.